It was.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go for
All
it.
right.
I'll,
Codes enforcement, codes enforcement officer, right? I love him, man. Anyway,
yeah, I believe this guy's got it in for me because I've been able to step around a few obstacles he's put up in front of me in the past. This one went straight to court without really me getting any opportunity to do my usual thing. So now I got to do some other thing.
what another thing? Somebody's bringing an issue before the court on something you allegedly used.
That's what it looks like to me.
What do you mean? Codes enforcement officers. That's what they usually do. They usually make claims that somebody's claiming you violated somebody's fucking rule, right? Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the issue here?
I guess I don't know exactly how it's going to go down until Monday, right?
What do you mean you don't know how it's going to go down? It depends a lot how it goes down. Could it be the way you deal with the matter?
It certainly could be.
So what's the issue? What are they bringing you up on? What's the point? You get summoned? How does coming before the so-called court or codes violation board or whatever the fuck they want to call it?
Yeah, brother came by a few weeks ago, looking for that name. At the time, I believed it was me. I said, yeah. He handed me a paper, had the word summons written on it, had a date and a time and an address on there, or what I believe was a date and time address.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down there. A few days later to sort of, ask him what the story was here.
Yeah, and what happened?
Well, the sister there at the so-called prosecutor's office said something along the lines of, "Well, if you're the defendant, I can give you the disclosure, the file, but if you're not, and I'm afraid I can't give it to you." And I said, "Well, I don't. Did I ask you for anything like that?" And
No. The point of the matter is defendant for what? Defendant, what's the matter? Allegedly, there's a claim against something I allegedly used. Who's to claim it? Standpoint. Stop thinking too much.
Who's the claimant? Yeah, and I believe, if I recall correctly, her response to that, which I definitely asked more than once, was it's the city, and I asked, well, okay, can I speak to the city? And you'd have to go down to City Hall for that. And I said, well,
okay.
Go down to City Hall and talk to who? Who do I talk to down at City Hall? She go, the building code department or something.
Okay, cool. I'd be there with my bells on, walking down city department, wanting to meet the claimant. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. But go ahead.
Then she said, "Well, actually, we have the file here, so they may not want to talk to you." And
no, never mind that. You got the file here. What do you mean they may not want to talk to me? The point of the matter is, I want to hear. I believe I'm here to help settle the matter, and now they might not want to talk to me about it. I mean, they accepting liability for the matter. Cool, and then let them fix their own fucking code. But I mean, think about it. They told you that.
Yeah, they said more or less. This sister Angela, she went by, something along the lines of, it's with, we have the file here, so like, if you want to know what the story is, we need to know that you're the defendant. And I'm like, well, I've allegedly been known to use that name. Does that?
Wait a minute. What's there to defend until I get to meet the claimant?
Right. It wasn't going anywhere with her. No, it wasn't going. I mean, I get it. It wasn't going anywhere with her.
Well, then fine.
So.
Will you lead me to believe the matter's settled? What did he say about that? Did you ask him that?
I didn't. I wish I had. Although it didn't, I got the feeling, and I wouldn't know what she, I can't, obviously, I'm not a mind reader, but got the feeling she wasn't really
I,
ready, willing, or able to do
I,
anything other than.
let me ask it. Let me ask you this: when you got noticed, how did you get noticed that there was an issue here concerning the matter?
The summons was the first
How did you get that?
notice
How did you get the summons?
is served, hand served.
Yeah. What hand served? What, was the guy alone? Did he have a gun, or did he?
He was alone. He did not have a gun.
Oh, see, when they served us, the guy came with a police officer, and I asked him in court. Well, I'm going to United States Code shit I used to study back in the day, but it was funny. They ain't bothered me since when I asked the codes enforcement officer if he was aware of Title 18, Section 242 of the United States Code. Anybody who makes an armed trespass with two or more people, I forget how it went, but is in violation of the United States Code. And he said, I didn't make an armed trespass. I says, you didn't. Did the cop have a gun? I mean, did you come with a police officer? He said, yeah. Did he have a gun? Yeah. And he just looked at but that's off point. You don't need to go there. Point of the matter is, who's the claimant?
Who's the claimant?
Yeah. Was there a conference?
What's it? Who's the claimant? Who's the one claiming there's an issue? Code's a violation. Who's the claimant? Like I asked the judge once, I said, what's the difference between the state of Tennessee and the Good Tooth Fairy? I mean, who's the claimant? Who's this codes enforcement officer working on behalf of? Is he accepting liability for these claims? See, are you following me, brother?
Yeah, I am, and I've been listening to that calls for the last months. I'm like eyeball deep in it. Obviously that's
Yeah.
That's like I can only prepare me so much for actually being in that environment and facing that the people there. But yeah, I am hearing you, brother.
Well, that's the point of the matter is that, allegedly the name you allegedly use is being summoned to court. Well, I'm cool. I want to be there. I want to meet the one summons me. I want to meet the one putting up liability for this courtroom here. And what can I do to help settle the matter? Is that too much to ask to meet the claimant, Judge? And I'll bet you 10 to 1 it all goes away if you stay on point. Do not add to or take away. Think about it.
Do you think I'll need to bring up the liability thing? Because I mean,
no, not necessarily. It's just I like to meet the claimant, man. Who's the one claimant violated anything? I mean,
yeah, when they say,
yeah, who's the one that said I violated anything? And I mean, wow, what evidence do they have of that? You say I am? Oh, cool. Prove it.
And what about when they say, well, we're the prosecutor, whoever says I represent the claimant, well, I'm speaking for the
claimant. But Judge, are you going to rely on hearsay information here? Like we need a fucking representative. How about we just get this over with and get the fucking claimant down here?
Well, you know as well as sir, you know as well as I do that you can't speak to the City of London. It's a legal entity or whatever.
Well, then what are you telling me? You're telling me there's no.
They won't say that.
You're telling me there's no claimant, legal entity. You mean a corporation, corp?
I'm telling you the City of London is the claimant.
Cool. Well, good. Get him in here, man. I fucking love to help settle the matter. Dude.
Well, this woman here is speaking on is the representative for the City of London. She speaks for
why?
Yeah, so she's speaking for it. But when can I meet the claimant? I mean, if she going to accept liability, she putting up surety for the matter before the court.
Is this your property or not? Did you tear this garage down or not?
Well, wait a minute. Your property. How's one own such a thing? Could you enlighten me? Tell me exactly what you mean by that.
You don't know how one can own property?
What do you mean I don't know? How can I prove a negative? I'm asking you how you know one owns such a thing. You prove that?
Oh, I love it.
Bow down. That's
What? Hello?
yep.
Negatives, man. You can't prove a fucking negative, I'm told. As far as I go, it stands in the court. Point of it is, I'm asking to meet the one claiming I own such a thing, and you're telling me you can't prove the one claiming it's there? I mean, cool. I'm listening. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, what's the issue before the court? Who's the one who brought the issue before the court? Oh, we got a representative over here. Well, fuck the representative, man. That's fucking hearsay. When can I meet the fucking claimant? Well, the claimant don't exist. Oh, cool. Well, what the fuck we doing here? Jeez.
So we all go along our so-called merry ways.
Hey, could it be? Would it make you happy, Judge, if we forget this whole fucking deal? You go home, I go home, and love one another? I mean, what? What the fuck?
Keep simple, stupid. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, back in the day, I got more fucking cars. They try to say I had a junkyard. I mean, I guess that comes down to one's opinion. Allegedly, they got ordinance in the fucking suburbs here, a so-called city, that you can't have a junkyard. Well, that's kind of offended, man. Claiming all the shit I got here is junk. I like to see him prove that. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know how many years it's been, but no codes enforcement officers, nobody comes around here, and I got more fucking cars on the corner lot I'm using than I ever had before. Kind of weird. How come they don't come around and tell me I got a junkyard? I give up. Anyway.
Okay, throw something else at me, guys. Throw something else at me.
Hey, know what? You know what? You know what got me started where I'm at today? It got me where I am today, and I want to tell you.
It was the school. Yeah, it was the schooling. They tried to show one of the children something perverted.
And that's it. I'm telling you. I'm led to believe people don't wake the fuck up, keep sending their children to these public fucking schools.
Yeah.
Don't blame me when your fucking child shoots you in the fucking back. Mm-hmm. It's people give their children to these public fucking schools.
Perverts.
Programming them. Oh.
Yeah.
Wake up, people. Whose fault is it?
Confusing them.
Love your brothers and sisters, man. What's the problem? You got a problem with loving your children? You got to send them off to fucking perverts and whatever else in their public schools, and then wonder why they can't fucking think right, or they're on Ritalin, or they're fucked up. Think about it, boys and girls. Those around you are your responsibility. You're going to be the change you want to see, or you're going to just give it off to somebody else and hope they do the job. Fuck. Honor one another. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed the way it's going right now. I ain't got much longer. Well, I don't know, 60. They might force
Yeah,
me.
that was a question I wanted to ask you, Batman. Like, what's it like over there from perhaps your so-called perspective?
What do you mean?
If you own such a thing. Well, what's it say, what's happening in, from the way that you see it, what's happening in the so-called country or that area?
What's happening is what's happening all around the fucking planet. People are pawning off their fucking responsibility and children and love for one another and letting the fucking system. It's the beast. They give their children to the fucking beast, the public school system.
Yep.
And the beast, the body of, you know what the body of the beast is, people? People.
The people, yeah. It has to be.
Yep.
What else could it be? We're the only ones here.
It's called the number of man in Scripture.
Yep.
Bottom line is, thou shalt not make claims. God owns everything. Once people realize our God, creator, whatever you want to call it, we're all just part
Who's
of
the possessor of all things?
We're all just part of it. We're all here to use it. We're blessed to be able to have all we got to use. The problem is when people start claiming it, God's got a special army out there called the Sons of Cain, the police, I'm led to believe. And they're going to come fuck with the claimants. So what do you think I say, thou shalt not make claims? Could it be that's what's happening?
And the language makes it tricky to not make claims because you could say something like my bank account, but everybody, we all know well and good.
Why? Or could it be you say you mean the account I use?
Yeah, I use what you got to say, but who the hell learns to say that, right?
The claimants.
Yeah, it's more about unlearning, right?
Oh, could it be brainwashed by the Batman? Imagine that. See, people
what does a child do?
What's that?
Child. What does a child do? Goes, it's mine, and as it's handing it over, here, you want it?
Come as a little child.
Yeah. Child doesn't. Does a child, believe in ownership?
Before they come around 2 years of age, I'm led to believe the terrible 2.
Age of 2 is when that happens. Yeah.
They're just happy having something there to use. But man, they get around 2 years of age, they start taking after mom and dad. Yeah, that's mine, man. Yeah.
Before then, they love sharing almost as much as taking for themselves, if not more. It's such a thrill. It's such a thrill for them to share, to feed you something, right? Even if it's like a dirty ass thing off the floor, they want to feed it to you.
The thing of it is, man, what more can you use than what you're using at the moment? Huh? Why would you go around claiming shit? Unless, people... I don't know. Fuck it. I'm going to get another beer. I'm going to have another one with you guys before I call it. Gonna hang around. It was...
Is that a good thing?
The bottom... I give up. The point of the matter is, just think within, man. Could it be all the answers are within? What are you at peace with? When you fucking mistreat somebody, you got to live with it. When you treat somebody honorable, you're like, I don't know about you. That's the way I look at it.
Even when I was writing these, I was telling Dominic earlier, but even when I was writing them, the paperwork on, I was saying that I've sort of knocked them back a few times. I was always like, listen, I am ready, willing, and able to do what you're asking. The fee is $10,000.
That's a claim.
It's true, but I don't do that. I stopped doing that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Back then, this is old process, but I was still I wasn't like I was just like, hey, I'm ready to willing and able to do what you're asking me to do. The fee's $10,000. By the way, here's some no fee options that are available to you. If you can prove I've got a contract where I'm obliged to do this for free, if you can prove I'm a such and such where I'm obliged, or any other, give me some proof that I'm obliged to do this for free, and consider it done. Pay the fee, and I'll consider it done, or buzz off.
Well, the thing of it is, that's fine. You can do all that, but the bottom line is, I'd love to pay you, brother. But what evidence do you have I own anything? That might save you some space on the paper. Think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're looking for claimants, man.
It's just such a weird thing to say, and it's such an unusual thing to say. And I can't stop thinking about like being in that environment and saying like, would that make you happy? Or being in that environment and saying like, what evidence do you have that I own anything? It's like, well, come on, dude. Like, every 7.499999 billion people know what I mean when I say this. Obviously, obviously you know what I mean too. Like, you didn't just like
No,
drop out of a spaceship.
it's not obviously. It's point of the matter is, what evidence do you have that anybody owns anything? Bottom line, I don't give a fuck where you just dropped out of. How many people when the body dies takes the shit they believe they own with them? Anyway, I'm getting a beer. Think about that.
Give me one, 'cause I'm still waiting for the last one.
Yeah. Hey, I got. It's a
Fuck, I'm gonna start drinking.
It's a slow drip. I don't want to cloud my mic.
Fastest fucking drinker I've ever seen.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm back, guys.
Cool.
Everybody can feel at ease now. Mikey, what are you doing, Mikey? You muted out? Going to a dance club? What's going on? What brothers we got? What brothers are on here? We got the Batman.
So-called
Mikey.
pea soup.
Huh?
Pea soup.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? It's first time talking to you, I guess.
Yeah, what do you go by?
I go by Dominic, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you,
Allegedly.
Dominic.
Good to meet you, brother. Oh, you from the other side of the pond?
What one answers to in the moment, I suppose.
Yeah, right. So where you from? What's the place you've been known and described to come from?
So-called down under, commonly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Actually, I have a friend in Victoria. You buy so-called Victoria?
The what?
You buy so-called Victoria?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Victoria, Melbourne.
Oh, Victoria, right. Yeah, yep.
Okay,
Commonly
yeah,
known
yeah.
and described as, yep, in that area. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's this friend, brother who's over by there, allegedly, and I wonder if you ever talked to him. Goes by Joe Murphy.
Don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yep.
Hey, Epstein didn't kill himself. Anyway.
Who?
Say what?
Never mind. Fuck it.
Sounds like a history joke.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, building code violation, Monday morning, and I'm nervous as shit.
What? Over what?
Oh,
Have you met a claimant? Have you met a claimant yet?
No.
So what are you worried about? Take me to claimant. I mean, what are you worried about?
The code
Oh,
enforcers to claim it.
they're gonna try and trip me up on the name. They're gonna try and trip me up on charges.
What do you mean this shit? Now you're a fucking mind reader, man. If you know all that shit, man, what are you worried about? Fuck, you talk like you know more than I do.
I'm a grade A overthinker for sure, no doubt. I don't deny it. I'm a grade A overthinker.
It's there to overthink until you meet a claimant.
Yeah.
I meet a claimant, then I start thinking. I ask him, what can I do to help settle the matter? See, as long as you're asking how you can help settle the matter, could it be you're an honor? I'd love to give you shit, man, but what evidence do you have I own anything? I heard the creator, it's all his, man. You want me to give him a call for you? See if he wants to give you some of the shit you're asking? Huh? Anyway. Think about it.
Yeah.
I guess it's the shift from wanting to do it the right way to wanting to have fun with it.
Well, never mind doing it the right way. The point of the matter is, if you're a claimant, could it be you're doing it the wrong way? The point of the matter is, unless your intent is thinking you own shit, that's the wrong way. Could it be the intent is? I'd love to give it all to you, brother, but maybe should I check with the Creator first or God first?
What's the first question the judge asks? He have the parties met? You know, was there conference?
Yeah, the point of it is, hey, Judge, I've been trying to meet the claimant, but they said we got to go to court anyway. You look at the prosecutor, shit its fucking pants. I mean, it's fucking fun, you know? Think about it.
Say that again. You said I'd like to meet the claimant, but they're going to court anyway.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is, I've been asking this prosecutor over here to meet the claimant, but I know we're going to court. And I said, well, good. Could you ask the prosecutor to bring the claimant here and watch the fucking prosecutor shit her pants? I mean, think about it. It's so simple, boys and girls, man. Why make it complicated? That makes sense. I mean, think about it. So what?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know. How can one settle the matter with the so-called brother or claimant before they go to court if it's allegedly already going to court?
Well, the thing
and
is,
if there's yet to be any evidence of a claimant?
Well, the thing of it is, innocent until proven guilty. I'm led to believe there's a controversy concerning the name I allegedly used. I've been asking this prosecutor over here to meet the claimant. And all they tell me is we're going to court. So, Judge, would you be so kind to ask the prosecutor to bring the claimant forth? Huh?
If you're in jail, can you ask that?
If you're in jail, you're a fucking claimant. Yes, me.
Yeah, well, maybe there's been a mistake. May I speak to the claimant?
Well, then that might help you get out of jail. Yeah.
That's what we're asking. Well, I'm asking.
You know, it's like when the summons comes along and Dominic was, if I heard Dominic correctly, that, you know, it was just handed to him. You know, it's like asking, well, I'm happy to so-called accept it. Is it from someone?
Well, yeah, that's the point of the matter is what's their accept. I mean, what's the issue? Where's the claimant? What's there to accept? Keep it simple. Is
that the same thing? How do you accept such a thing if there's yet to be a claimant?
No, you're adding to, man. Where's the claimant? That's all you want to know. I mean, if there's a claimant here, I mean, what can I do to help settle the matter? What's there to accept? Are you God? You gonna accept that shit? If I'm God, I'll tell you to fuck off. You're gone.
You repeat that? The bit.
You're adding too, man. You accept it. Who are you to accept anything? What's there to fucking accept? You're adding to. Point of the matter is, when can I meet the claimant? Allegedly, somebody's got an issue with the name I allegedly used. When can I meet him? What's the issue?
Yep. Well, down here it'll be, yep, there's a claimant. You'll meet him in court.
I tell you, I'd like to meet him.
Or it's the officer. He just goes on the claimant.
I'd like to meet him before the court. I'd like to help settle the matter if possible. But if the claimant needs to go to court, I mean, who am I to argue? Huh?
Yep.
Is that claimant putting up surety for the matter? Cool.
Guys, well, guys will let the judge figure that out.
Yeah. I'm led to believe there's a controversy concerning the name I allegedly used. When can I meet the claimant? Is that too much to ask? Huh? That's honor, man. I'm an honor. There's an issue. When can I meet him?
Yeah.
And then just stick on it.
That's it. And you to claim it? Cool. How can I help settle the matter? What have I done to offend you? Oh, you didn't offend me. Yeah, ask a cop that. I'm making a claim. Cool. What did I do to offend you? Ask a cop that one. That's cool. Oh, you didn't offend me. Well, what's the fucking issue here then, man? Well, you violated this law and this law. Oh, I did I? And who's telling you that? Well, it's the state. The state's claiming you violated these. Wow. When's the last time you talked to that state? Huh? What evidence do you have of that? Are you working on hearsay or you got first-hand knowledge of this, huh? Who looks like a fucking retard? Because, I mean, I have yet to meet the state in a courtroom. Yeah. But anyway.
Well, what about this? So then they introduced the so-called complainant, who does claim to have first-hand knowledge of the violation and is is going to give their first-hand testimony of their they witnessed
Yeah,
you.
well, yeah, but the thing of it is, who's the one told him it was a violation?
Yeah, which and so
How,
the question may come at me. So you don't believe our laws applies to you? Then you think you're above the law?
What? When did I ever say that? The point of it is, I want to meet the ones claiming that I violated such a thing. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah.
Stay on point. Jeez. What a bunch of fucking dickwads. Anyway.
says the dickwad.
Hey.
Sounds like you got some first-hand knowledge there, brother. What's going on?
Hey. Birds of a feather flock together, I'm told. Anyway.
Oh yeah, don't use that one, Batman.
Tell me something I don't know, man. If I wasn't a fucking moron, you think I'd be stuck on this planet with the rest of you? Huh? Fuck. Think about it.
Yeah, join the club. Fuck.
You
Yeah.
marooned again, Batman?
What's that?
You marooned again?
Did I? Think about it, boys and girls. Innocent till proven guilty. In other words, thou shalt not make claims. You make a claim, you got to prove you're not guilty or guilty. A fucking judge gonna put in a plea for you. I love him, man. Geez, thank you so much, Your Honor. Seems you're accepting liability in this matter. Anybody object if I leave now? Yeah. Watch that fucking judge freak out. Yeah.
I asked a judge one time who am I pleading with.
The judge puts in a claim in the matter. Fucking judge just accepted liability. That's what courts are all about. Claimants. Think about it. That's all it is.
Well, I asked a judge one time who am I pleading with.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened?
He said me or the court.
Me or the court? I mean, could you help me out, Judge, here? Which one's what claiming there's an issue concerning me?
Didn't have time to. The prosecutor jumped in front and says we're dismissing the charges.
Imagine that.
Any idea why they would do that?
Yeah, because the judge heard the court.
But the thing of it is, when somebody else puts in a claim, it comes down to you whether you want to make a counterclaim or you want to ask them to prove it. It's that simple. You claim you're not guilty, you got to prove you're not guilty. Why do you think all these prosecutors got such a win streak? 90-something% the prosecutors' win streak is because these assholes go in there and claim they're not guilty. Mm-hmm. You can't prove a fucking negative, man. Think about it. How about you just ask who the claimant is, and since you're claiming it, hey, you say I am. What did Jesus do? You say I am. Fuck, prove it. I'm here. I'm listening. And they'll tell you to get the fuck out of there. Think about it.
Would it help? Would it help if I got the fuck out of here? Would that help settle the matter?
Yeah, that's the way I'd look at it. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
claims, man. You make a claim, man. You're pissing in God's Cheerios. The Creator's Cheerios. He don't fucking like that. You're gonna have a problem. I'd say, why go there, huh?
This shit. We ain't even making it. People think they're making stuff, but they're not making anything. They're just moving. They're moving stuff around.
Like God
We just
said,
taking things apart and putting it back together, and
like
making shit.
God said, get your own dirt. Adams, I forget how that one went, but yeah, get your own dirt. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean by get?
How'd it work out, right? Yeah.
I'm telling you, the ones that are going to be protected through all the shit that's coming down on this fucking planet are those that don't make claims. Could it be? If you read the Revelations, there's a part in there about people you don't fuck with. And the cops know it, the fucking judges know it, everybody knows it. You don't fuck with the ones that realize that it's all here to use.
You know where that is in Revelation?
I forget, man. There's a part in there. Fuck. It's been
What's
so
what's the general idea? Like,
it's Revelations when all the shit's hitting the fan, man. It says in there, oh, fuck. You got me, man.
Revelations is a very short book. Revelations is short.
I know it, but I got a short fucking memory, man. So it's probably shorter than that book. I'm just trying to explain to you. There's a part in that Bible. I'm led to believe when I studied the Bible, I haven't opened the Bible in I don't know how long. But when I did study the Bible, there's a part in there that you don't touch these people. And I'm led to believe it's the ones that don't make claims. You don't fuck with them. They don't tell you that, all these churches or shit. They don't say how many churches you went to, any preacher, pastor, or any of them said, thou shalt not make claims. Huh? Think about that one. It was.
Yeah, and those same people that talked about
that show my claims.
What? Oh, they all make claims. They want you to send your money to the Lord, but they give you their address. Yeah. Anyway, it was.
George Carlin had the best bit on that.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that one.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
I think they killed George Carlin allegedly, or no, maybe it was time. Well, probably it was time for him to go. But the point, he was supposed to go meet the president or something. Then he got sick, went to the hospital, which I don't know why he'd go to the hospital. And then he never came out alive. It was. I avoid hospitals and doctors like VD, plague, and fucking anything else. Yeah. But that's another story.
Yeah, same. I tried to keep the kids out of there too.
Yeah. Yeah. I just.
That's probably one of the reasons.
Remember something. Doctor wants to give your child, or nurse wants to give your child a vaccination or whatever. And I says, I tell them, you first. I want to make sure it's safe. Yeah. It was. Anyway. It was. Or another good one is, you touch me, I'll hold you personally liable. You'd be surprised how doctors fucking back off when you say that to them. I've done that too. But the point of the matter is, the shit that's going down, it's fucking, the only way you ask me to stay away or be safe is thou shalt not make claims. Consider the thought, boys and girls.
Yeah, it's already ugly, and we ain't seen nothing yet, have we?
Oh, it's coming, man.
No.
It says in Revelations, the devil's coming, or devil, or whatever, king of the year, the Satan, whatever you want to call him, is like a roaring, lying, wanting to devour whoever he
Yep.
can devour. The thing of
The
it is,
beast is
the only
roaming the earth.
the only ones he can devour are claimants. Think about it.
Mm.
Could it be? If you're not a claimant, you're untouchable. I believe that's true. Even
Mm.
if I am an old fucking drunk, nobody fucks with me. I'm good. I'm good with that. Yeah. I want to meet the claimant. That's all I ask. I mean, what did I do to offend you? How can I help you? Stay in honor. As long as you're asking, once you make a claim you did or didn't do something, you're fucking toast, man. You're fucking part of the food chain. Think about it. Could it be that simple?
Why is this sounding like a bunch of smoke and mirrors, Your Honor?
Oh, no. Why do you add that to it? Put her matter, Your Honor. I'd love to help settle matter. When can I meet the claimant? Why do you gotta talk shit, man? Who the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are you? Oh,
yeah.
I'd love to help settle matter. Why can I meet the claimant? Is that too much to ask? The courts don't rely on hearsay. They rely on you making a claim. If you don't make a claim, guess what? Could it be you're innocent till proven guilty? Huh?
Could it be?
I ought to be getting paid for this. So, well, actually, I am. My treasures are in fucking heaven, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's what I
okay.
believe in, anyway.
Yeah.
My treasures, though, know what my treasures are on this planet? When people call me and say, Batman, man, I'm so happy, or I'm so blessed because I've talked with you. That's priceless. That's I'm getting chills. Yeah, I've had that happen a time or two. Yeah, that makes sense. It was,
Fingers crossed I can make it 3 on Monday.
it's
Yeah.
stay on point, boys and girls. Till you meet the claimant, who gives a fuck? Huh? That's all it comes down to. Simple, on point. I don't give a fuck if it's a codes enforcement officer or the president of the so-called United States. I said, gee, I'm sending a hit on you like you did the other guy the other day. I said, gee, what did I do to offend you? What can I do to help settle them? Huh? And I bet you 10 to 1 if that guy was doing that, no one touched him. And he probably told him to fuck off. There. Love you. Deal with this. Yeah. Thou shalt not make claims.
Yep. Yep.
Soup, you got something going on? Something coming up? Matter here, an issue somewhere or the other? Sound like you're got something heavy weighing on you.
Who?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, you, Pea Soup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the brothers in jail. It's a kind of it's just been a little bit tough emotionally for me, I think.
That's horrible, man.
He needs to deal with it. He'll be all right. Boone, he'll be all right. He just got to get over himself.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not make claims. Could it be? Garden of Eden, man. You go back to Garden of Eden there. Partook of the tree of knowledge, knowing allegedly. In other words, Adam started making claims. Could it be that's why we're here? Think about it. Could it be the only way back to the garden is to stop being the claimant?
Interesting thing is the Bible never says we can't go back in. He just said that he set the, I think it was a cherubim at the to guard the gates or something like that. So you just got to pass that.
Yeah, he said
the flaming,
he put the flaming sword with the cherubim to prevent them from going back and eating the tree of life, so that they would eternally be condemned, I believe.
Yeah, but could it be the way out of it is to stop being a claimant?
Yeah, it's symbolic.
Could it be? Well, think about it. Could it be? What evidence do you have anybody knows anything? In other words, the tree of knowledge was claiming you know something, whereas until you realize what can you prove? Could it be anything and everything is possible till you realize that and stop claiming and stop putting yourself in a box is the only way back to the garden?
Was it the tree of knowledge or the tree of the knowledge of good and evil?
What's the difference?
What's the
Is
difference?
there such a thing?
Well,
Is there such a thing as good and evil unless you believe you can claim one or the other? Could it be as simple as stop claiming either and living?
Well, could the difference be the choice between claiming and not claiming? And instead of that, it would be claiming or believing that the knowledge of good and evil comes outside of God and outside His will.
Could it be any claim whatsoever is questioning? It's putting yourself in a box. Whether you think about it, claiming good or evil, you're putting yourself in a box. Could it be as simple as? Could it be as simple as what evidence do you have of any of it? Could it be knowledge?
Yeah. Well, how can it? Yeah. Well, how can it be outside of? How can it be outside of will? It's like Christ said. Well, allegedly was written. Christ said, "Let not my will be done, but Thy will."
Yeah.
In other words, like the Father's will.
Could it be
Right.
the truth?
So what
You know, because if I take this cup, does that mean that I become taken?
Only if you believe it. Could it be? Or could it be that, hey, anything and everything is there and possible, and the only way it's not is because you claim you know something? Knowledge. Claim of knowledge. Knowing allegedly. Could it be? Where do you want to be?
Information.
Well, is self-evident? You would believe that self-evident, something self-evident is knowable, right?
Well, the thing of it is, what's self-evident? Anything you claim is self-evident is putting yourself in a box because it's coming down to what you believe at the moment. Could it be as simple as anything and everything is possible?
How is everything possible?
How is it not?
Well, if it's a contradiction, how is that possible?
What's a contradiction?
Something that's impossible by definition, right?
Well, then how can I help you, brother? You already believe it's impossible. Then
What
can one prove for something to be self-evident?
Yeah, there you go.
Right, exactly. But if it's self-evident and it doesn't need evidence, then it's known because it's clear in itself, right?
How's it known?
Yeah.
I mean,
because it's evident, because it's clear.
Could it be?
Right.
There's nothing self-evident other than enjoy the moment.
Is that self-evident?
Could it be? Think of it
as if it is, I agree.
Could it be as you're looking to define something that's undefinable?
That's a definition, though, right?
Well, a definition according to who? See, that's where I go back to the tree of knowledge. Knowing something allegedly. You're putting limits on something. Self-evident is what you believe.
is self-evident what you believe, or is it something that's inescapably true, regardless of whether you want to affirm it or not?
Okay. If it's true, what's that truth based on?
Objective reality, could it be?
Yeah, but the point of the matter is self-evident. Who's God now? Huh?
Why would you need to be God just to know something self-evident?
Well, could it be you believe you're God and it's
Why?
self-evident?
Why?
Wait a minute. The point of the matter is when you believe it's self-evident, you just put yourself in a box, making a claim it's self-evident. What is self-evident is the question.
Well, I mean, there's one thing of saying whether you want to claim to know something self-evident, and could that be different from you knowing in the self of what is self-evident, whether you want to claim it or not?
The point of the matter is what's the difference? If you believe within yourself what's happening is self-evident, you put a limit on it. It's a claim. The point of the matter is how is anything self-evident? Could it be everything is possible?
Do you want a self-evident answer that's clear, or do you want something that's incoherent?
What's the difference? You make
What's the difference between something coherent and incoherent?
You're making a claim either way. Could it be you're building a box around yourself?
What if you just ask a question and it brings out what's self-evident?
Could it be all things are possible? Whether you
How
believe
is that possible? How is that possible?
Well, good question, man. You figure it out. Let me know.
I love you, Beth. But anyway, yeah. So, but I guess going back to the whole. Oh, I don't know if you want to go back to the whole thing with the jail, but Alim, did you have any other questions or anything, or?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm the type, like I said, I'm an overthinker, so I need to accept that it's going to be messy. I don't know what's going to happen, so I can't be ready for everything, and I just have to sort of understand the basic concept, stay on point, ask the simple questions, take it slow, breathe, try and have fun, try not to make claims.
You need not prepare until you meet the claimant, and even then, what's there to prepare for? I mean, what evidence do you have you own anything? I mean, I love to help you, boys and girls, but the bottom line is, when can I meet the claimant? How can I help settle the matter? Long as you're asking questions in that manner, you're in honor, and the court will honor that. I'm led to believe. Think about it.
Would you say it's something similar to basically they're trying to get the party started and you're like, whoa, how are we going to get the party started without the birthday boy, without talking to him, the one who's allegedly about?
No, the way I'm looking at it is somewhere along the line, he probably led him to believe he was a claimant, and it's their jobs to hunt down claimants and destroy. They're God's army, the Creator's army. See, the Creator, everything's here for everybody to use. But when you start claiming this little part of territory, you're at war with the universe. And that's why people come down on you. They're like, oh, all right, you're the claimant. Let's see you prove it. Could it be as simple as just saying, hey, where's the issue here? Who's the one claiming there's a controversy concerning me? When can I make the claimant? Could it be that simple? Think about it. See,
yeah.
Could it be until the intent within is realizing you're just using it instead of claiming you got a right to it, or you got. Think about it.
Mm-hmm. Just using it, whatever it is. Because I don't know, they're going to bring up the name, or are we going to get stuck on the name, or are they going to be able to move past the name, and we're going to start talking about the property?
No, it's not getting stuck on anything. It's just asking me to claim it.
No, but if they throw something at him that he's never even heard before, like how would he? Because like one thing that I kind of stuck on was over here, maybe over there they don't do it so much, but like over here I've consistently seen the judges, they have an issue with me with the whole sir thing. Like they keep trying to call you sir, and I'm like, would you be kind to call me Dominic? And they're like, no, I can only do that. I can only call you sir. I'm only permitted.
Well, the point of the matter is, sir, that's fine, man. I mean, you can call out sir all you want. Does that mean you got to answer to it?
Yeah, but if you're acknowledging, okay, so then what would you say if they said, no, I can only call you sir?
Well, first of all, I want to know who they're talking to. If they say sir, I'd be looking around. I usually, when they call me sir, I do it in the stores all the time. Thank you, sir. And I look around, I look over my shoulders and who are you talking to? You. I said, what are you calling me sir for? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, but they say, well, that's the only thing I can call you. So,
who told you that? I've been known to answer to Sonny or asshole. My mom calls me Sonny. My dad calls me asshole. I mean, pick one. Huh? What's the problem here?
Well, that other people can call you stuff, but we have a procedure of how to do that.
Does that mean you got to answer to it? They can call out. The thing of it is, you answer to it. You recognize what they're calling you. What's the problem?
So do you just rebut it with a question each time, or?
Well, the thing of it is, yeah, people call me sir. I look around and fuck. Do I look like I work for the Queen of England? I thought we had a Revolutionary War. Get over that shit. Yeah.
You actually bring that up, the Queen?
Oh yeah, fucking yeah, man. I make.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, Queen of England knights people, sir. Like George Bush, he's sir. He got knighted by the Queen of England. Huh? He was a president. What's that fucking tell you? Huh?
Oh, anyway. He did? I didn't know that. He did?
Oh yeah, look it up, man. I forget George Jr. or the other one. One of them were knighted by the fucking Queen of England. Imagine that shit, huh?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that could be easily taken in a so-called Canadian UK kind of context as being it's just a cultural way to refer to you, but in but in a legal context, it's like it could mean something else, right? It could mean sir, servant, subject, slave, right, of the Queen. Alan?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's in French it's spelled a little different, but it means like over, or it means like cover, like I've seen it SER, SIR, SUR. So and who knows really? And do we really want to know? I mean, it's almost meddling to start getting into like, hey, listen, would you mind just calling me a limb? And if it's like, no, I can't call you a limb, I can only consider it. Okay, well, if that makes you happy.
No, it's not whether you mind calling me this shit or not. I've been known to answer to asshole. I mean, if you want to talk with me, you call out asshole, chances are I'll recognize the question. Does that help?
Yeah, but I mean, do we want to, like, I don't know, do we want to get hung up on it? If they're like, no, we need to call you Mr. So-and-so, like, how big of a deal is it?
Hey, I need drugs, man. You got any? You give me enough drugs, I'll probably answer to whatever you call me. How's that? That help? I need. What do you need? What do you need? No, what they need you is to make a claim, to get jurisdiction. Other than that, if you don't make a claim, they don't need you, and they'll kick your fucking ass out of the court, or allegedly believe you own. What did Jesus do? Punches Pilate, says, hey, you king of the Jews? And Jesus said, you say I am? Hey, get out of here. We find no fault with this man. Imagine that. He didn't make a claim. He just asked him, you got a claim? Prove it. Well, nobody proved it. So guess what? No issue before the fucking court. How more simpler can I put it to you fucking jokers? Jeez. Yeah, that's a claim. You don't like it, sue me. Anyway, I'm gonna get another beer. You guys keeping me up. I mean, I hope you're happy now. I'm gonna get one another beer. You guys still here when I get back? Good. If not, I'll
Yeah, fucking
go
oath. I'm
fuck
still
alone.
waiting for my one too.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
Jesus Christ.
I got a funnel over the microphone. It's one of them slow drip jobs, but it'll get there. Anyway,
Righto, cheers, bro.
I'll be.
Hell.
I mean, people fucking just fucking wake the fuck up and stop thinking everything people tell you is fucking true until you meet the fucking claimant. I mean, what the fuck is there? Anyway, I'll be back.
Mr. Organics.
Hmm?
Mr. Organics, you on?
We got someone else in here? Someone just drop out? Oh, Mr. Organics. Hey, what's up?
I don't know if he can.
He's not muted, so I don't know why he's not talking. Maybe he has no mic. Maybe he's using a brick. Hey, talking to the phone, Mr. Organic, not the rock, okay? With a beer can. No, nothing. Okay. Mikey, you there?
He's getting it. He's working on getting his mic working. He said.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that can be annoying with Skype sometimes.
Yeah. I actually joined in from my computer and my mobile phone, and the mobile phone I'm just use it for voice, and I use the computer for chatting. So.
You have them both up at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow, you own Skype, huh?
My Skype.
Your Skype and what else?
My
What else you own?
computer.
You own the smartphone industry?
My phone, my headset.
Wow, man. You like own, what is it, Samsung?
Oh, the king of the world.
No, an Apple. Yeah, it's an iPhone, right? You own an iPhone?
No.
Hey, now what I got to tell all the fucking people listening? Wake the fuck up till you meet the claimant. Who gives a fuck? Think about it. Anyway, I'm back. Yeah.
How are you?
Mikey, what's going on with you? Yeah? Okay, good.
Seriously, boys and girls, thou shalt not make claims. Keep it simple. Stay on point. Whatever they bring up, all you gotta do is ask them. What evidence you have of that? Do not add to or take away. They bring it up. Well, glad to hear that, boys and girls. What can I do to help settle the matter? Remember, impossibility is not required. Possibility to law. Think about it.
As far as what?
What do you mean?
Because it could apply in a lot of different ways, right? Whatever they're saying, I guess. How can like what you're saying is basically that how can I pay or give you anything if I own nothing, kind of thing.
Well, you don't need to say that. You just ask them, I love to help you. What evidence do you have I can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it simple. I expand on shit, which I add to and take away, but the bottom line is, when can I make the claimant, and what can I do? Have I offended you? What can I do to help settle the matter? But keep the liability innocent till proven guilty. Keep the liability on the claimant. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Think about it.
What do you mean when you say the ignorance of the law is no excuse? With respect to what?
Life. You make a claim, you got to prove it. You
So you're
don't
talking,
make a claim. What's there to prove?
so just basically self-evident things in the maxims kind of thing.
You want to call it self-evidence, but the bottom line is, if I found you stay on point, asking them, "Hey, how can I help you?" Somebody makes a claim I did, or the name I allegedly used did something wrong to someone. Well, fine. How can I help settle the matter? As long as you're in honor, you're not saying you did or didn't do it. The burden of proof stays on the claimant. Innocent till proven guilty. But once you make a claim you did or didn't do it, guilty or not guilty, now the burden of proof comes on you, the claimant. That help?
Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't really apply to any particulars they bring up, like code, statutes, whatever other crap.
So you meet a claimant, how's any of that apply?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's all smoke and mirrors, man. Boy, who's the one
Mm-hmm.
claiming I did such a thing? Or who's the one claiming I was obligated to do such?
What's up, Bat? How you doing, man?
Who's that?
Mr. O.
Mr. Organic.
Hey there.
What's up, man?
There you go. What's up, man?
You got a bedtime story for us?
Yeah. I see you got your son in the mix now.
Who?
Your so-called son in the mix, Batman Jr.
Oh, hey, he's up and coming. Somebody's got to. I'm getting old, man. I'm going to fucking move on to the next dimension sooner or later. So I figured, you know, I'm not like Superman or none of them other superheroes. I'm just the human or so-called man getting gonna get old and fucking die. You know, I got to pass it on. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think Junior's gonna do just fine, man. He was.
Yeah, so I hear he's doing amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
Mr. O, you were saying something about the name being a little different, like the way they play it up here in so-called Canada versus the States.
Yeah, so like his stuff works, man. But you have to really write it on your heart, and it really depends. Like when they do ask you a what the name is, how you answer that changes the whole game right off the bat.
Yeah. What do you mean by their name? Huh?
Yeah, it's really it's your it's how you understand the whole, like I don't know, it just works.
Can you give an example, or?
That I never share, but he does say it in all his stuff. If you follow the way certain things are said, and understand the way certain things are said, yeah. If you really do ask the questions, you'll see the eyebrows go up, and if you're just stay in honor though, man. Don't try to be don't be too smart. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do, and you'll work out.
You listen to what they say and ask the right question, you'll get the right answer. You ask the wrong question, they'll give you the right answer.
Yep. And mind you, over here they'll scare you they'll try to scare you as much as possible. So just
they do it. They do that shit everywhere. But yeah.
Yeah. Take your deep breaths and just keep going with what you have. You know what I mean? Like what's written on your heart, and you'll be all right, man. That's how I. But it really depends how you respond to when they ask you that one question. That's what changes the whole game.
Which question?
They're looking for claimants, man, and if you don't make a claim, they got a problem. Well, not necessarily a problem. It's more or less you're not the fucking droids they're looking for. They don't want to go there.
Yeah, they don't. And if it's packed, they'll hold it down till the end. So like always choose your timing wisely. Me personally, I don't like everybody to hear what I'm about to say, so I usually wait till the end and then do my thing, and then you know what I mean. I have done my thing in the end and then go forward from there, right? But to each his own, right?
Well, they'll put you at the end if you start up with that stuff.
not necessarily.
Not necessarily, yeah, right.
Well, at least many times they want to because they don't want anybody else to hear it. Right?
No, but it's how you present it. There's a magical way of delivering it back to them where it's like I don't know.
It's intent. It's intent.
What side of the cross do you want to be on?
If the intent is the best for everyone, you're untouchable. And,
What's all that noise, yo? It's all static.
if the intent's the best for everyone, you're untouchable, you ask me. What's the best for everyone? I forgot to put that out there before. I'm putting it out now. The best for everyone, man. If that's true intent, you're untouchable. It ain't like a football game. There's no winners or losers. Everybody's a winner. You're untouchable. Could it be? That makes sense.
I believe so.
Intent. That's what's going to change it, because the way it's going right now, there's a lot of claimants that are going to, well, they already are, kill each other off, man. What can I say?
So how is intent is numero uno, and the right, the correct intent, the sort of the head space, or maybe we'll call it the heart space you want to be in, is what's the best for everyone. And so how does what we're talking about doing, which is not making claims, how is that the best for everyone?
Oh, it's the best for everyone because if there's no claimants, where's the controversy? Where's the war?
Yeah, but Bat, you're missing that one word you use, man, and I don't hear you saying it. And that's the one key trigger right there.
What's that?
Maybe in your old calls you have it, but you're not saying it, bro. And like,
What word? What word?
He'll bring it out if he like, I don't know. If you listen to all his if you listen to most of his stuff, it's in there. You know what I mean? And if you use it correctly, you'll
What is it?
I mean?
What is it? Just go ahead and say it, bro. What is it?
I don't. There's a thing with I cannot. You'll hear it. No spoon feeding, bro. No spoon feeding.
Hey, you brought it up.
I know because I'm hearing him not use it. That's why.
Maybe it's time. If you ain't got it by now, what the fuck is the sense of telling anybody? Huh?
Well, I mean, there's so many things that could be brought up. So I have. What are you talking about exactly?
Well, here I'll put it like this: if it doesn't belong to you, what are you doing with it?
Well, the thing of it is, possession's 9/10 of the law. Where was you when I started using it?
There it is.
What, possession or using?
The thing of it is, possession is something you have in possession, like the spirit with the body. You're using it. You pick up something. You go to Walmart, you pick something up, and you walk out the door with it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hey, anybody got a claim on this? Nobody speaks up. So you walk out the door with it. And then you got this fucking guy who's got nothing better to do but get minimum wage to check the shit you're walking out of the store with. And he's got to scan it. And I ask him, hey, is this yours? Well, no. I said, well, then what's the issue here? you know, and just keep walking out the door with it. As far as I'm concerned, it's abandoned property. Nobody's got a claim on it. Nobody said it's theirs. What's the problem, man? Where was you when I started using it? Same way with a piece of land. Same way with a car. Same way with anything on the planet. If nobody's there using it, what's the issue, right?
There he is. There he is. And if you're taking notes, you've got it.
Well, the thing of it is, if you're led to believe somebody believes it's theirs to use, well, that's called honor towards brothers and sisters. You wouldn't go fuck
Facts.
with that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
What?
That's amazing, bro. That's exactly same old bass, yo.
Yeah, he says that all the time, though. I believe.
Yeah,
Maybe not in this call, but
exactly. So now put that in perspective to what you need to do, and when you're asked certain things, right, you answer in a certain way, and then once you've answered in that certain way without claiming that something belongs to you, but you don't sound like a nut job, then hey.
so basically, could it be if I'm asking to speak to the claimant at least 3 times and I've yet to speak to him? Could it be the claimant has no issue with me using this?
Yeah, more or less.
Or could you lead me to believe the claimant has no issue with me using this, or with this being used?
Well, hey, the thing of it is, until you need a claimant, we get a background. But till you meet a claimant, I mean, what makes you think there's an issue?
Mm-hmm. Yo, what's all static, bro?
Yo,
Yeah.
somebody's staticky.
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, I think maybe Olim.
I'm not hearing the static. Wonder if that means it's me.
The point of the matter is, you got to watch. It comes down to intent. And if you think you're getting away with something, that's where you're going to get in trouble. The point of the matter is, if you truly live it, everything's here to use. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Where was you when I started using it? That's a good one. Could it be it's abandoned property? You claim it was yours. Then how come it's over here and you weren't using it? Huh? What's the issue? But if you stick it under your coat and walk out of Walmart, well, you lead them to believe you're stealing it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Now you got an issue. Why'd you hide it? Well, if you don't know how to ask the right question, guess what? You're getting right down to the county jail, and they're gonna fucking book you for stealing shit from Walmart, which I have yet to meet Walmart. You know?
Yeah, but how do you, without needing to go, without going there, how does someone get to a point where they feel confident to do that?
What do you mean confident? If you need confidence, man, you already fucking.
Well, whatever someone needs to be able to ask the right question, whatever you want to call that.
It's
Yo, just
intent,
go
man.
to your heart, man.
You need confidence to steal shit. That's what you're telling me.
Well, yeah. No, I mean as far as whether you feel like you can ask the right question, whatever you want to